we open the book, the scripture, the creation of the world, not relevant to a specific location in the world, definitely not necessarily in Israel. Then we hear about the story of Adam and Eve and the snake, Cain and Abel, Noah and the ark, the Babel Tower, and then we hear about our hero for the first time. So here we are entering to that wonderful app, Google Earth. And I want to start with showing you the surrounding, the area of Israel and the surrounding of Abraham, the environment of Abraham. So this is what we call today the Middle East, right? So a few things we want to understand about the Middle East to enhance our understanding about Israel, the Holy Land, and the biblical land. This little country here, tiny country, by the way, pretty much the size of Rhode Island, has border with Egypt, Jordan, Syria, and Lebanon here in the north. And one of the unique things you need to know about Israel, it's pretty much in between three different continents. So we have Africa over here, we have Asia, Israel is officially part of Asia, and just above Turkey, okay, this is Turkey over here, we have Europe. So Israel, in a way, it's kind of in the middle between three different continents. And the other thing we want to understand, mostly for our biblical references and historical references, is that Israel was an important corridor between two ancient empires from this region. So where did empires used to be back in the days? 4,000, 3,000, 5,000 years ago, wherever you had big amount of water, right? So here, where we see the Nile River, we had the Egyptian Empire, and over here, Tigris and Euphrates, we had the Mesopotamian Empire. And Israel was the corridor between the two. So Israel, beside of all of this, all of its religious significance, it's also financially, geographically, historically, a crucial and important place between those two places. So I hope it helps you to understand a little more about Israel. And we want to start with the place that Abraham was born. So Abraham was born in a place that, according to the Bible, known as the Ur of the Chaldeans. Ur of the Chaldeans, there is argument about between the researchers where exactly it was the Ur of the Chaldeans, but I think most of the researchers, and by the way, I think so too, believe that this was the place. It's a city in Turkey known as Sanliurfa. Sanliurfa, over here in Turkey, some of the people believe that Ur of the Chaldeans was actually over here in this area, maybe southern part of Iraq. Okay, but I believe, and a lot of the researchers believe, that it actually was here in the southern middle part of Turkey. And this is the place that Abraham was born. And the first journey we hear about was actually an initiative of Abraham's father, Terah. So Terah decides to take all of his entourage, family and everything, and he wants to journey all the way to Canaan, to Israel today. But they decide to stop at Haran. So this is the journey that Terah, Abraham's father, with Abraham and his wife Sarah, travel to begin with. So about 30 miles. So for hikers, maybe they can do it in one day. But for an entourage like Terah had, it probably took them 2 to 3 days. And the next thing we hear about in Genesis 12, God is talking to Abraham for the first time, and he tells him, "Go to the land that I will show you, and I will make your name great. I will make you a great nation." Just an incredible deal, I guess. And Abraham does exactly what God is asking him to do and travel all the way down to Canaan. Now that's a journey. That's almost, here it says almost 400 miles. So that's probably took Abraham and his entourage, he was a wealthy man, at least 2 months. 2 months of a journey to get all the way to this part of Israel. Okay, I'm showing you Israel again, just a quick understanding of Israel. This is the borders of Israel today. We have the Dead Sea over here. We have the Sea of Galilee over here. So he traveled, and the first place he stops in is a place that's known as Alon Moreh. Okay, that's how at least we call it in Hebrew, which is the right way, by the way. But in the English Bible, it says the terebinth tree of Moreh. Okay? And to understand a little more where exactly it's located, it's actually located in Nablus, or another name for the city is Shechem. It's an ancient city and a modern city at the same time, meaning Shechem is still around. Today it's a Palestinian city in the West Bank or in Judea and Samaria, but there's also archaeological findings and evidence that it was there at the time of Abraham, archaeologically speaking, and they also found documents, Egyptian documents from the time of Abraham that are mentioned in the name Shechem or Nablus. When I'm saying Egyptian documents, I mean pieces of clay with some writings on it. So Abraham comes here and he is establishing an altar, and then he'll keep moving south to a place known as Bethel. Bethel, 2 words, it's the house of God. That's the name Bethel. So over here, according to the researchers, Bethel is actually in a place that today is known as Baitin. Similar, you see the similarity? Today it's a Palestinian village, okay? Here also in the West Bank, and Abraham goes down there and he is establishing another altar.